figured, okay, so I was 6 years old, my brother was 8 years old, and we wanted to make money. Well, how were 6 and 8-year-olds gonna make money? So we were kind of thinking about it, and we said, let's make a lemonade stand. And I was just so excited to make this lemonade stand. Thinking of all the products we could start selling, the pricing and everything. It's just the business sense inside of me just was so ready to do this. In the summer of 2005, we figured, all right, well, here we go. So the Christmas before, while everyone else is asking for video games and all that other kind of 5, 6, and 7-year-old kind of things, I asked for a snow cone machine to make our lemonade snow cone stand a success that summer. We made our menus, signage, advertising that we put on the streets so that people knew we were there, things like that. And we were finally ready to launch the thing. And it was just so much fun. That's what's fun. Business is so fun for me. We launched the lemonade stand, and it was super successful for 6 and 8-year-olds. The kid factor probably helped a lot. Everyone they're a dying breed. You just don't see them as often nowadays. We probably made $2,000, $3,000, or $4,000 that summer. So you better bet we were out there the summer after that and the summer after that, until the cops shut us down, that is. In the winter, when we weren't selling snow cones and lemonade, we were shoveling driveways, whatever, cleaning up around people's houses, helping people move stuff, whatever, just any jobs we could do to make money. As we got older, we took the money we made from the lemonade stand and we invested it in things we could make money on. It sounds vague, but we just bought literally anything. We would travel around to pawn shops, antique shops, old trade shows, things like that, just looking for good deals on stuff we can make money on. We would resell them at local auctions or flea markets or on eBay. We've been working as entrepreneurs for now the last 11 years, since I've been 6 years old. When I was 11, 12, 13 years old, and still all the way up to this date, I get home from school, I immediately start working. Here I am as a full-time student, wake up in the morning, grade 6, 7 a.m., go to school, get home 1, 2, 3 o'clock, depending on elementary school, middle school, high school. Work the whole day at school, come home, and then work the whole afternoon, night on businesses. We've been hustling for the past 11 years, and extremely hustling for the past 6, 7, 8 years. So it's the grind. The whole idea of YouTube came along earlier this year. I always thought it was cool. I've been watching YouTube for years and years and years, all the other automotive channels. I loved seeing what they did, and I said, you know, what if we can do something like that? That'd be pretty cool. Man, can I get that reaction? Eventually we built up 10, 20, 30 subscribers, and they're like, hey, post some more videos. You know, your takes on some of the cars you have, what you did to get them. So I started slowly making more and more videos, and maybe we hit 100 subscribers, a few hundred, and then eventually we hit 1,000. I thought, holy moly, this is crazy. This is so awesome that people want to watch my videos. And then all of a sudden it just took off like a skyrocket.
Is that a Ferrari?
One day I decided to take my Dodge Viper to high school. And the thing is, the reason we got so many good reactions was because I don't drive any of the cars to school. A, I don't need to, I walk anyway, but I don't really see the point, you know, what's the point? Bad things could happen to them. I don't want, it's just probably not a good idea. So I walk anyway. But I decided to take the Viper to school one day. I was going back to school after school, and I took it to the student parking lot, and I'm like, wait a second, I got a GoPro, so I grabbed the GoPro and just stuck it on the windshield, went to school. And because nobody knew I had the car, it was so funny, those reactions. It really made for a hilarious video. So I went home, edited the video, you know, threw it up on YouTube. It got like a couple thousand views or something in a couple weeks maybe. And then all of a sudden, I look, and in that video, it's like spiked like this, like bam, like thousands of people are watching it right now. I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So the first car we bought, me and my brother, was a 1986 Porsche 944 Turbo. That we bought when I was in 8th grade. I was 13, he was 15. He's about to get his license. So we needed that one nice car, and first car, oh my, what do you get? But that we gravitated toward the 944 Turbo just for, it's a classic, it's Porsche, it's handling, it's just an 80s icon. So it started with that 944 Turbo, and then we picked up Ellis, the LS 6 spec swapped, V8 swap 944 Turbo, and we had actually a naturally aspirated 944 from 1984 that we bought, and then along came the Dodge Viper, the 2006 Dodge Viper. Next was the BMW M3. Up came next was the Audi S6 with 5.2 liter V10, and next was the 1999 Ferrari 355 I'm sitting in right now, and the latest is the Tesla Model X P90D Ludicrous, as well as the Winter Project 1974 C3 Corvette Stingray. The Dodge Viper has a lot of meaning to us. Ever since we were younger, it's been just a dream of ours, basically. It's been featured in some movies and TV shows that we watch, like Drake and Josh Go Hollywood. I clearly remember it. Generation 3, red, Dodge Viper, black interior, the push button start. It's just all ingrained in our minds of that's the car we want to get. And at the time we wanted to get it, I'm sure we were far, far away, but it's always been kind of out there as the dream. So when the businesses started to produce and we kind of realized, holy smokes, we could maybe be purchasing one of these, we started to check out the market, see what they were going for, and see what was out there. And eventually we came across one in Buffalo, New York, the one we have now, the 2006 Dodge Viper, and it's exactly like we wanted it to. It's exactly what it's the dream car. Exactly everything we had in mind was on that car. People ask me all the time, why'd you buy a Ferrari 355? Why'd you buy a Ferrari in general? Well, it's been one of those dream cars as well. There's something about this car, just the sound it makes. It's that raw sound is just amazing. So, and from when I was a kid on these things too, I just remembered that sound. I remember sitting them. A family friend of ours had actually a Ferrari 348, similar in a way. And I remember sitting in that when I was so young.
One of my favorite parts about the channel is the opportunity that it gives to us to share these cars and to help others attain things like this. And that is the ultimate goal, to have so many of our friends and anybody who we run into to be able to have a similar experience.
I remember the days when I was super young and somebody would let me sit in one of their cars, maybe ride along with it, and the impact it had on me, the extra motivation it gave me to get over the hard times in my life was incredible. So if I can now be in the position where I can do that, giving the experience to other people, it's incredibly gratifying to it's amazing. It's nothing new for me if I go out and drive the Ferrari one more time in the Viper. Great, been there, done that. But if I can take someone who hasn't been in that experience, give them that experience, then it's all worth it. It's awesome. If people only knew the sacrifices we've made to start these businesses at such a young age with nothing, starting them with nothing and growing them into something far bigger than we could have ever imagined. It's a crazy amount of work, but it's so rewarding. What you get in return makes it all worth it. The things you can do for others, it's amazing. That's why I would never trade my life for anything else. So when people see what we have, they immediately assume daddy's money, trust fund kid, wealthy family, nonstop, unfortunately. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Growing up was at times incredibly hard. When the economic downturn came around, before that it wasn't great when I was younger. Maybe barely okay. But as time went on, recession got closer and closer and closer. It just got really bad, really bad. I mean, we were already in huge amounts of debt, and now it was even more, and we had no money coming in. My mom wasn't working at the time, and then her getting actually diagnosed with cancer even at that point didn't help anything. It was terrible. 2009 and 2010 were probably the worst years. I remember at that point when we had no extra money whatsoever, the tires on our Honda minivan were wearing down so much that eventually, the thing was with the two cars we had growing up, they were failing so often. They always had rejection stickers from the inspection, and we had to fix them to get them past inspection, but we didn't have the money to fix them. So I remember when these tires got rejected, and we simply could not afford new tires. I clearly remember that. We couldn't afford the tires on our car. I've been through the tough life. I know